press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, welcome back. Today the discussion regarding 16th A group element was preparation and properties of sulfuric acid and oxy acids of sulfur. These two topics are left in this 16th A group element. So, number one is 16th A group. Preparation and properties of H2SO4. Very important long answer question for board examination point of view, and 1-2 points are important for competitive point of view. So, you have to concentrate this. Preparation and properties of sulfuric acid. Molecular formula of sulfuric acid is H2SO4. We know that H2SO4 is called as king of chemicals. H2SO4 is called as king of chemicals. King of chemicals it is. So, here previous two methods are there to preparation of sulfuric acid. Previously, one preparation was there, they was used in previous, that is said to be lead chamber process. Lead chamber process. Lead chamber process is a old version. This old version is an example for homogeneous catalysis. Make a note, my dear students, this point was very important. Old version means old method. Two methods will be there to prepare sulfuric acid. Old version or old method is called as lead chamber process. This lead chamber process is an example of homogeneous catalysis. In surface chemistry, you know what will be the difference between homogeneous catalysis and heterogeneous catalysis. Clear it is. So, homogeneous catalysis, lead chamber process. But nowadays, preparation of sulfuric acid was done by the process is called as contact process. Very important it is, my dear students. Contact process is an example for heterogeneous catalysis. Contact process is an example for heterogeneous process, heterogeneous catalysis. This contact process was involved in 3 steps. According to the steps, finally we will get the compound is sulfuric acid. Clear it is. Previous process is called as lead chamber process. Lead chamber process is an example of homogeneous catalysis. Nowadays, we can choose the process is contact process. Contact process is an example for heterogeneous process or heterogeneous catalysis. Heterogeneous catalysis, homogeneous catalysis, the complete information will be available in the topic named surface chemistry. So, no need to bother about that. And here from this method, we will get the concentration of sulfuric acid nearly 96 to 98%. 96 to 98% sulfuric acid will be available by using this contact method. So, what steps involving in contact process? Very important method to preparation of sulfuric acid. The process name is called as contact process. This contact process involved in 3 steps. Contact process involved in 3 steps. What are the steps? Now we will discuss. So, what are the steps and how to get sulfuric acid with respect to that contact process. So, here step 1, contact process. Step 1, what is step 1? Roasting of iron pyrites. Roasting of iron pyrites. Roasting of iron pyrites, this word roasting, actually you don't know about this roasting. This roasting is especially was in that unit name isolation of metals, extraction of metals, calcination, roasting, smelting, some chemical words are there. When we discuss the topic, you know that idea about this roasting. So, step 1, roasting of iron pyrites. Roasting of iron pyrites. Roasting of iron pyrites means what is the meaning of iron pyrites? What is iron pyrites means? Iron pyrites is an example of sulfide ore. Sulfide ore of iron. So, what will be the molecular formula it is? What will be the molecular formula of iron pyrites? FeS2. FeS2 plus O2 gives rise to Fe2O3 plus SO2. So, liberate which gas here? Sulfur dioxide gas. This is step 1. Step 1, roasting of iron pyrites. Roasting of iron pyrites, 4FeS2 plus 11O2 gives rise to 2Fe2O3 plus 8SO2. Iron pyrites molecular formula FeS2 combined with oxygen. This is just nothing but a combustion reaction, and in this reaction which gas liberated? Sulfur dioxide gas liberated. Iron pyrites is one of the ore of iron. It is available in the form of sulfide. It is available in the form of oxide. Iron oxide will be there, iron sulfide will be there, iron carbonate is there. So, we can collect that sample from earth crust. That earth crust, that sample contains some impurities, just like as arsenic impurities, antimony impurities will be there. So, while doing this roasting, the impurities will be separated out. If arsenic was impurity will be there, arsenic is impurity along with iron pyrites, arsenic is combined with oxygen to formation of oxide, arsenic oxide, As2O3, like that. Clear it is. So, this is step 1, roasting of iron pyrites. Roasting of iron pyrites liberate which gas? SO2 gas. And step 2, oxidation of SO2. See this, SO2 plus O2 gives rise to, not gives rise to equilibrium, gives rise to equilibrium 2SO3. 2SO2 plus O2 gives rise to 2SO2 plus O2 at equilibrium 2SO3. Sulfur dioxide combines with oxygen to gives sulfur trioxide. Once you observe here, 3 moles reactants, here 2 moles products, and this reaction is negative. Negative means delta H negative stands for exothermic reaction. Delta, this was the key step in this preparation of sulfuric acid. Step 2 was very, very important. So, step 2 was equilibrium reaction. Step 2 is an example for equilibrium reaction. 2SO2 gas plus O2 gas, 2SO2 gas plus O2 gas, equilibrium 2SO3 gas, 2SO2 gas plus O2 gas, equilibrium 2SO3 gas. Forward reaction is an exothermic reaction because of delta H value is negative, and number of reactants are 3 moles, number of products are 2 moles. To this equilibrium, we applied Le-Chatelier's principle. According to Le-Chatelier's principle, exothermic reaction takes place at low temperatures. Exothermic reaction takes place at low temperature, but low temperature reaction occurs very slow. So, we require optimum temperature. So, what the temperature we required here? 720 Kelvin temperature we required. Make a note, my dear students, this was very, very important. 720 Kelvin temperature. So, forward reaction, when forward reaction favors according to Le-Chatelier's principles, low temperature and high pressure. Low temperature we required, and next one is what? High pressure. High pressure, low temperature and high pressure favor favored forward reaction. Because of this step was key step. Production of 2SO3, formation of sulfur trioxide from sulfur dioxide. Step 2 is an example for reversible reaction. Reversible reaction means at a certain point equilibrium takes place. Equilibrium means concentration of forward reaction, rate of forward reaction is equals to rate of backward reaction. That state is called as equilibrium state. And once you observed in this reaction, delta H is negative. Delta H negative means delta H negative stands for exothermic reaction. And number of reactant molecules 3 moles, number of product molecules 2 moles. According to Le Chatelier's principle, what he said, low temperature and high pressure. Low temperature and high pressure favored forward reaction. High pressure, because of number of product molecules less molecules required, high pressure. What will be the high pressure means high pressure we require, that is 2 bar pressure. So make a note, my dear students, this step was very important. Formation of sulfur trioxide from sulfur dioxide. Formation of sulfur trioxide from sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide followed by Le Chatelier's principle. According to Le Chatelier's principle, reaction takes place at low temperature and high pressure. What will be the low temperature? But low temperature reaction occurs very slow. Due to that, we required optimum temperature. That optimum temperature is 720 Kelvin temperature. And what will be the pressure? 2 bar pressure. And reaction takes place in the presence of catalyst. What is that catalyst? V2O5. V2O5 is called as vanadium pentoxide. Vanadium pentoxide is act as what? Catalyst. So make a note, my dear students, this was very important point regarding contact process. Step 2 is a key step to preparation of sulfuric acid. And once again, see this step 1, roasting of iron pyrites. Roasting of iron pyrites, molecular formula of iron pyrites FeS2. Roasting means just you should add oxygen, then it is converted into Fe2O3 ferric oxide and liberate sulfur dioxide, and this sulfur dioxide is converted into sulfur trioxide. This is an equilibrium reaction. This equilibrium reaction is an exothermic reaction. According to Le Chatelier's principle, reaction takes place or forward reaction favors at low temperature and high pressure. So what is a low temperature? Low temperature means, again you should say that, but low temperature reaction occurs very slow. So we required optimum temperature. What is optimum temperature? 720 Kelvin temperature and 2 bar pressure and catalyst vanadium pentoxide. So it is step 2. Step 1, formation of SO2. Step 2, formation of SO3. And step 3. What will be the step 3? Step 3, the step 2, what gas will be liberated here? SO3 gas was liberated. This SO3 gas was absorbed in concentrated sulfuric acid. Absorption of SO3 in concentrated sulfuric acid. Remember, this point was very important. We are preparing sulfuric acid, but students may be doubtful. Actually we are preparing sulfuric acid, again why we should take sulfuric acid? They think like that. Due to that, avoid confusions, we are preparing sulfuric acid by using this contact process. In this method, step 2 will get sulfur trioxide. The sulfur trioxide is collected in which solution? Sulfur trioxide is collected in sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid, you collect some sulfuric acid and the liberating gas, sulfur trioxide gas, is collected into that sulfuric acid. So what happens when in step 3? So here make a note, my dear students, these 2 points are very important. So followed by step 3. So here step 3, absorb SO3 in concentrated H2SO4. Absorb SO3 in concentrated H2SO4. What reaction takes place when SO3 is combined with concentrated H2SO4? We'll get the compound is H2S2O7. Very important molecular formula. It is H2S2O7 is called as oleum. H2S2O7 is called as oleum, or it is also called as fuming sulfuric acid. fuming sulfuric acid. Repeated question for board examination. This is fuming sulfuric acid. What is the meaning of fuming sulfuric acid? H2S2O7. H2S2O7 contains H2SO4 plus SO3. H2SO4 plus SO3 gives rise to H2S2O7. This is called as fuming sulfuric acid, or it is also called as oleum. Oleum. Fuming sulfuric acid or oleum. Very important point regarding board examination point of view. What is fuming sulfuric acid? Fuming sulfuric acid is nothing but SO3 dissolved in H2SO4, or SO3 plus H2SO4 is called as fuming sulfuric acid. It is also called as oleum. Next step is what? In this only, dilution of oleum. Dilution of oleum H2S2O7 plus H2O. Dilution of oleum. Dilute. You should dilute the oleum with water. See this H4, S2O8. What we will get by adding this to H4, S2O8 we will get by adding this total. Then you should take 2 common. What we will get? 2 molecules H2SO4 we will get. So final what will be the answer is 2H2SO4. So here, my dear students, these are the systematical procedure to prepare sulfuric acid in laboratory method. This process is called as contact process. Once again, this contact process followed in 3 steps. What is step 1 is roasting of what it is? Iron pyrites. Roasting of iron pyrites 4FeS2 plus 11O2 gives rise to 2Fe2O3 plus 8SO2. And second step oxidation of SO2. This is a Le-Chatelier principle. 2SO2 gas plus O2 gas equilibrium 2SO3 gas. And step 3, absorb SO3 in concentrated sulfuric acid. Absorb SO3 in concentrated sulfuric acid. While absorbing SO3 in concentrated sulfuric acid, we will get H2S2O7. This is called as an oleum, and oleum dilution gives rise to sulfuric acid. Dilution of oleum gives rise to sulfuric acid. This total process was done in that contact process. One flow chart was there in your textbook. So go through that flow chart. And while doing this experiment, already in step 2 we are using catalyst. What is catalyst name? Vanadium pentoxide. If the gases, what are the gases? Oxygen gas, sulfur dioxide gas. Sulfur dioxide gas is evolved in step 1. Already I said iron pyrites contains some impurities. If these gases, the involving gases to preparation of sulfuric acid, which gases are involving? If those are pure, then there is no effect of this contact towers. If any impurities are there, like that arsenic impurity will be there, then the catalyst undergoes poison. The catalyst may be poisoned. Suppose when it was poisoned, when that catalyst was poisoned, when the gases which are used in contact process should be not pure. If those are pure, there is no effect of catalyst. If any impurities will be there, then the catalyst will be affected. Then catalyst become poison. Means there is no yield of sulfuric acid. So make a note, in this process the gases, what we are collecting the gases, we have to maintain it was pure. When it was pure, then we will get 96% to 98% of sulfuric acid. 96% to 98% of sulfuric acid. So this process is called as contact process. Very important for board examination. And one more point was there. Suppose in step 2, what we will get? In step 2 we will get sulfur trioxide. In step 2 sulfur trioxide we will get. Suppose this sulfur trioxide SO3, we should add water to this direct. Addition of water to sulfur trioxide. What happens? we will get H2SO4 only. See this, observe this information, observe this conversion. Conversion means we observe SO3 in concentrated H2SO4. Observe SO3 in concentrated H2SO4, we will get oleum followed by dilution gives rise to sulfuric acid. Why we should take risk? Directly observe sulfur trioxide in water. Observe sulfur trioxide in water, directly we will get what the compound it is, H2SO4, but this reaction does not take place. This reaction does not take place, sulfur trioxide not directly absorbed in water. While absorbing, a little bit explosion takes place, explosion. Due to that explosion, to avoid that, SO3 does not absorb in water, SO3 absorbs in only concentrated sulfuric acid. Direct step, SO3 absorbs in water, we will get sulfuric acid, but we are not followed this method. Why? Because in this process, explosion takes place. Due to that reason, absorption of SO3 in concentrated sulfuric acid only. Then we will get oleum, dilution of oleum gives rise to sulfuric acid. The sulfuric acid is highly dense and colorless, oily liquid, like this, just like as a oily liquid, and it is also called as a king of chemicals. And what will be the chemical properties of the sulfuric acid? And how the properties are, how we have to divide the properties based on the sulfuric acid behavior. Based on sulfuric acid behavior means the properties, the chemical properties, the behavior of chemical properties is based on some properties. Because of sulfuric acid is less volatile. Strong acid, sulfuric acid is strong acid. Compared to nitric acid, weak. Compared to phosphoric acid, strong. Nitric acid molecular formula HNO3. Phosphoric acid molecular formula H3PO4. So comparison, we have to compare to phosphoric acid to sulfuric acid to nitric acid. Nitric acid is more volatile. Sulfuric acid is less volatile. Hydrochloric acid is more volatile. Sulfuric acid is less volatile. Clear? So some properties was there. Based on the properties, we have to discuss about the chemical behavior of sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is an example of good strong acid. Very strong acid it was. So what are the chemical properties regarding sulfuric acid and what are the uses? Now we will discuss. So make a note, my dear students, SO3 not absorbed in water. SO3 not absorbed in water. What is the reason? Explosion. Explosion takes place. Due to that, SO3 absorbs in only concentrated sulfuric acid. So followed by chemical properties of sulfuric acid. So here chemical properties of sulfuric acid, and sulfuric acid is highly dense and colorless oil, and specific gravity is 1.84. In your text it was there, once you underline these points, 1.84 was the specific gravity, and boiling point is 610 kelvins. So boiling point is equal to 610 kelvins, and specific gravity is 1.8. Specific gravity is 1.8 and boiling point is 610 kelvins. And this sulfuric acid behavior is based on some points. What are the points? Number one is less volatile. The properties, what we discussed, the properties of sulfuric acid behavior is depends upon these points. Number one is sulfuric acid is less volatile. Second one is much affinity with water. Sulfuric acid is much affinity with water, where water molecule is there, simply can collect the water. Due to that reason, it is act as a dehydrating agent. Sulfuric acid is act as dehydrating agent. It is act as dehydrating agent, and it is less volatile. And number 3, is a strong acidic character. Third one is a strong acidic character. Strong acidic character. Sulfuric acid is a strong acid. Compared to HNO3, less volatile. Compared to H3PO4, more volatile. Comparison. So, based on less volatile of sulfuric acid and much affinity with water and strong acidic character of sulfuric acid, we can discuss the properties of sulfuric acid with respect to these points. Because of suppose Mx is there, Mx plus H2SO4 gives rise to Hx plus M2SO4. Mx plus H2SO4 gives rise to Hx plus M2SO4. What is M in this reaction? M is called as metal, X is called as halogen. You consider here NaNO2 or Kf, you consider Kf plus H2SO4 gives rise to what we will get? Hf plus K2SO4. Hf plus K2SO4. So here, or you should take NaNO2 plus H2SO4 gives rise to what we will get? Na2SO4 plus HNO3. HNO3 is more volatile. Sulfuric acid is less volatile. HF more volatile. Sulfuric acid less volatile. So, based on less volatile of sulfuric acid, we can prepare more volatile acids. What are that more volatile acids? Preparation of HNO3. When sulfuric acid is treated with NaNO3, sulfuric acid is treated with NaNO3, what we will get? Na2SO4 plus HNO3. Nitric acid we will get. Nitric acid is more volatile. When sulfuric acid is treated with potassium fluoride, we will get hydrogen fluoride and formation of K2SO4. So, this preparation is based on less volatile. Sulfuric acid is less volatile. Based on this, we have to prepare more volatile acids. From less volatile compounds to more volatile compounds, we have to prepare by using this method. The general formula Mx plus H2SO4 gives rise to 2Hx plus M2SO4. What is M? Metal. What is X? Halogen. Sometimes halogen, sometimes negative species also we should take here. Metal plus halogen or metal plus negative species. Suppose here you should take KCl, potassium chloride. What we will get in this example? HCl we will get. HCl is hydrochloric acid. HCl is hydrochloric acid. So, the behavior of sulfuric acid based on these points. Point number 1, less volatile. Point number 2, much affinity with water. Point number 3, strong acidic character. Let us consider second one, much affinity with water. Many gases are passing through sulfuric acid. Because of sulfuric acid is more interested with water. Where water molecules are there, simply it is absorb the water molecule. Due to that reason, sulfuric acid is act as a dehydrating agent. Already you know in alcohols reacts with sulfuric acid that reaction takes place with respect to the temperature. Where water molecules are there, simply it collect the water molecule, simply it collect the water molecules and dehydrating, behaved as dehydrating agent. In examination point of view, one important question was there, in entrance point of view also this was important. So here property number 1 is based on less volatile, we have to prepare more volatile compounds, those are HF and HNO3 or HCl. And second point, based on the second property, it is much affinity with water, it is much affinity with water, means where water molecules are there, if sulfuric acid is H2SO4, concentrated sulfuric acid, glucose was there C6H12O6, then what will be the answer? In laboratory you can observe this test is, this test was there, identification of confirmatory test for carbohydrates, it is a glucose C6H12O6 combined with concentrated sulfuric acid. Then what happens in this reaction means, in this reaction how many water molecules are there total here? See this my dear students, how many water molecules here? C6H12O6, how many water molecules? 6 water molecules. And how many carbon atoms? 6 carbon atoms. Simple it is 6C plus 6H2O. Simple you should remove all water molecules because it is an example for dehydrating agent. Instead of glucose there was given C12H22O11 plus concentrated sulfuric acid. Then what will be the answer is 12C plus 11H2O. Very important reactions, these are dehydrating agent. Sulfuric acid act as dehydrating agent. Sulfuric acid act as dehydrating agent. It removes, it absorbs the water. It absorbs the water. It absorbs the water. And third one is strong acidic character. Sulfuric acid is a strong acid. Sulfuric acid is strong acid because of acidic strength or basic strength can be expressed in the form of Ka. Ka means acid dissociation constant. Kb is base dissociation constant. More Ka value, strong acid. Less Ka value, weak acid. So here sulfuric acid is a strong acid character, it is strong acidic character. How we have to explain this point means, simple here, before that you make a note where the water molecule is there. Simple you should remove the water molecule, and after removing water molecule what we will get here? 6C plus 6H2O. Suppose there was given like this C2H5OH was given, ethyl alcohol was given, then what will be the reagent here? Concentrated sulfuric acid reagent. So what will be the answer? Remove water molecule from this and formation of what it is? CH211CH2. Reaction takes place at 170 degrees centigrade. Reaction takes place at 170 degrees centigrade. So formation of alkene. Alkene takes place in this example. Alkene plus water. So in this example, where water molecules are there, simply you should remove the water. Where you observe sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is a good water absorber, much affinity with water. It is more interested with water. So due to that reason, sulfuric acid is act as a dehydrating agent. Dehydrating agent. And next one, number 3 is strong acidic character. Strong acidic character can be explained in the form of Ka factor. Ka means acid dissociation constant, while going to the Kb is base dissociation constant. Acid dissociation constant and base dissociation constant. See this H2SO4 ionizes. What we will get? H plus plus HSO4 minus, H plus plus HSO4 minus, or you should add H2SO4 plus water. You should add H2SO4 plus water. What we will get? H3O plus plus HSO4 minus, and here Ka1 you should take is greater than 10 power 10. Ka1 is greater than 10 power 10. Large extension, Ka value is very large. Larger extension means H plus, donation of proton. According to the acid base theory, substance which can donate proton rapidly is called as strong acid. Ka value is very large. Larger Ka is said to be strong extent, large extension of H plus ions. Extension of H plus ion increases, acidic strength increases. Ka value increases, acidic strength increases. And second step, what is second step? HSO4 minus, again you should add H2O to this, we will get again H3O plus plus SO4 2 minus. In this example, Ka2 value is less, it is 1.2 into 10 power minus 2 it is. Ka2 value 1.2 into 10 power minus 2. So these are said to be salts. These are said to be salts. First one is called as hydrogen sulfate, second one is called as sulfate. Hydrogen sulfate and sulfate. This can be explained in the form of one chemical equation also there. NaOH plus H2SO4. NaOH plus H2SO4 gives rise to what we will get? NaHSO4 plus H2O. And second step, NaHSO4 plus H2SO4 gives rise to Na2SO4 plus H2O. Na2SO4 plus H2O, sodium hydrogen sulfate or sodium bisulfate and sodium sulfate. The salts of sulfuric acid is called as sulfate. It is normal sulfate, it is hydrogen sulfate. Hydrogen sulfate, it is also called as bisulfate, and this is called as normal sulfate. So based on this, we should say that sulfuric acid is a strong acidic character. Sulfuric acid is a strong acidic character based on this information. Clear it is. And based on less volatile, we can prepare more volatile compounds. And it is much affinity with water. And it is strong acidic character. And sometimes it is act as oxidizing agent. Hot concentrated sulfuric acid, oxidizing agent. That point will be explained in the form of some chemical equations are there. Reaction with between copper, reaction with copper, reaction with carbon and reaction with sulfur. Reaction with copper, carbon, sulfur. So those reactions are copper is carbon is oxidized to carbon dioxide, sulfur is oxidized to sulfur dioxide. So that is also one of the point. The chemical property of sulfuric acid is explained based on the oxidation behavior. It is act as an oxidizing agent like that, just like as in supplies oxidation, supply oxygen. So here ready. So some more reactions are there. Cu plus H2SO4 gives rise to CuSO plus H2O plus SO2. S plus H2SO4 gives rise to C plus H2SO4 gives rise to CO2 plus H2O plus SO2. And S plus H2SO4 gives rise to SO2 plus H2O. So here two molecules, in each reaction we should take 2 molecules of sulfuric acid, water molecules also 2 water molecules, while going to the sulfur dioxide 1, 2, 3. 1 molecule sulfur dioxide, 2 moles sulfur dioxide, 3 moles sulfur dioxide. So here these are the other reactions what you observed in that NCERT. When copper reacts with sulfuric acid, hot concentrated sulfuric acid, it becomes copper sulfate. Carbon gives rise to carbon dioxide along with sulfur dioxide, and sulfur gives rise to sulfur dioxide. This is an example of oxidation behavior of sulfuric acid, and this sulfuric acid is less volatile, and it is used as the lab reagent, very important reagent, lab reagent, because it is also called as king of chemicals, and refining of petroleum and sugar also it can be used. And main important of sulfuric acid is dehydrating agent. Many wet gases are passed towards this sulfuric acid, they become dry, so it is used as a dehydrating agent, and it is used as a lab reagent, and to manufacturing of sulfate fertilizers. In fertilizer stream also we can use this sulfuric acid. So, this will be the information regarding sulfuric acid, and one more topic is there in the 16th A group elements. Those are important for competitive point of view, and you have to practice the structures of this upcoming topic, that is oxyacids of sulfur. Oxyacids of sulfur, very important. Oxyacids of sulfur. So, make a note, my dear students, these three reactions. These three reactions: hot concentrated sulfuric acid oxidizes copper to copper sulfate, carbon to carbon dioxide, sulfur to sulfur dioxide. Clear it is. So, I hope you understood, and read the text, then you will get idea about that. Believe text, definitely you will get good marks for competitive, especially NEET point of view. Compulsory all questions from textbook only. Oxyacids of sulfur. Oxyacids of sulfur. So, here, my dear students, this is very important. Sulfur oxyacids are classified into 4 categories. Whatever the category will be there, the central atom sulfur undergoes sp3 hybridization, tetrahedral geometry, and all oxyacids of sulfur are dibasic. Basicity 2. This is very important. Dibasic means each sulfur, dibasic means each structure contains 2 OH groups. Each structure contains 2 OH groups. That is said to be, that OH groups means when hydrogen is attached to the oxygen, that only the ionizable hydrogen. If hydrogen directly attached to the non-metal, that is not ionizable. Already we discussed in previous class, that is oxyacids of phosphorus. Some phosphorus oxyacids are act as reducing agents, some are act as oxidizing agents. Like that, here sulfur there is no reducing agents. Each structure consists 2 OH groups. First, simply you should draw that 2 OH groups. The 2 OH groups are directly connected to sulfur. If the formula contains more than one sulfur atom, you can distribute OH group for each sulfur. One sulfur, one OH group, one more sulfur, one OH group. Don't by heart the structures, because of this was very easy. We have to easy to draw the structure based on this. So, oxyacids of sulfur, S undergoes sp3, that is tetrahedral, and basicity 2, that is 2 OH groups. Basicity 2, that is 2 OH groups takes place in the structure. So, what are the types? So, oxyacids of sulfur, 4 types. Type 1, sulfurous acid series. Type 2, sulfuric acid series. Type 3, thionic acid series. And type 4, peroxo acid series. So, my dear students, these 4 are the possibilities with respect to the oxyacids of sulfur. So, 4 possibilities are there. One is sulfurous acid series, second one is sulfuric acid series, third one is thionic acid series, fourth one is peroxo acid series. So, how many acids are there? Simple here. In category 1, 4 will be there. Number 1, H2SO3, H2S2O2, H2S2O4, H2S2O5. While coming to second one, H2SO4, H2S2O3, H2S2O7. While going to this, H2S2O6, H2SNO6, NSN plus or SN. And while coming to this, H2SO5 and H2S2O8. These two are very important, and this is also important, and this is also important. So here these are the oxyacids of sulfuric sulfur, oxyacids of sulfur. Sulfur oxyacids further classified into 4 categories: sulfurous acid series, sulfuric acid series, thionic acid series, and last one is a peroxo acid series. In this series you observed d pi p pi bonds. D pi p pi bonds means the unpaired electrons which are present in d orbital of sulfur and p orbital of oxygen partial overlapping leads to the formation of d pi p pi bonds. D pi will be there, d pi p pi is there, p pi bonds are there. Already you know this. So in this type of oxyacids you will get some d pi p pi bonds. And here what about the naming of these compounds? Naming was very important. After naming I will show the structure, some of the compounds, how to draw the structure. If you practice that, then easily you will get the idea about to draw the remaining compound structures. So here before that, so my dear students, first compound is called as sulfurous acid. Molecular formula H2SO3 is called as sulfurous acid. While coming to the second one, H2S2O2, thiosulfurous acid. Thiosulfurous acid. And next one is hyposulfurous acid, H2S2O4. H2S2O4 is called as hyposulfurous acid. H2S2O5, pyrosulfurous acid. Remember, these are very important: sulfurous acid, thiosulfurous acid, hyposulfurous acid, pyrosulfurous acid. Hyposulfurous acid also called as dithionous acid. Sometimes they should called as dithionous acid, dithionous. So it is also called as dithionous acid. So this is a category 1: sulfurous acid, thiosulfurous acid, hyposulfurous acid, pyrosulfurous acid. Hyposulfurous acid is also called as dithionous acid. While coming to the second one, first one you know that sulfuric acid. First one is called as sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid. This is thiosulfuric acid. It is pyrosulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid, thiosulfuric acid, pyrosulfuric acid. Remember this one, very important. It is sulfuric acid, thiosulfuric acid, pyrosulfuric acid. Once you observe here H2SO3 sulfurous, after that followed by S2O2, S2O4, O5, O2, O4, O5. Where is O3? O3 was here. O3 is thiosulfuric acid. O3 is called as thiosulfuric acid. H2S2O7, pyrosulfuric acid. Then H2S2O6, thionic acid, and it is polythionic acid. H2S2O6 is thionic acid and H2SNO6 is called as polythionic acid. While coming to the H2SO5, very important, this is called as Caros acid and this is called as Marshall acid. Very important, peroxo monosulfuric acid and peroxodisulfuric acid. Peroxomonosulfuric acid and peroxodisulfuric acid are said to be Carros acid and Marshall acid. In entrance point of view, this was very important, these oxy acids, because of sometimes which of the following does not contain SS bond, SOS bond, SO bond, like that questions was there. Because of once you observed in this thionic, it is a thionous, where you found thio means presence of SS bond. Between S and S, single bond takes place. Between S and S, which bond takes place? Single bond takes place. That point you have to keep in your mind. Thio means formation of bond takes place between sulfur versus sulfur. Clear it is. So it is sulfurous acid series, sulfuric acid series, thionic acid series, peroxo acid series. All oxy acids undergoes sp3 hybridization, tetrahedral geometry. What is the basicity? Basicity is 2. Basicity 2 means 2 OH groups, presence of 2 OH groups or 2 OH groups takes place. Let us consider one example. What was the example? H2SO3 you consider. Suppose I will give simple example, H2SO3. H2SO3 is called as sulfurous acid. How to draw the structure? Sulfurous acid. How to draw the structure? Already we know that what it is. 2 OH groups are present. Any structure, you consider any structure, 2 OH groups. If sulfur atoms more than 1, you distribute 1 OH group to each sulfur. Sulfur atoms more than 1, more than 5, 6, like that means you should distribute sulfur to sulfur bond, SS bond. More than 1 means more than, in this example, in all examples you will get only 2. Sometimes you will get H2S4O6, H2S6, SN plus 2, like that. SN plus 2 means N is not countable, polythionic acids. So, in like this type of cases, you should add S bond, S bond, S bond, S bond, like that only. So, general information what I am giving regarding this means while draw the structures, simply you should write first 2 OH groups like this. OH, OH, yes, see this. One sulfur is there, distribute 2 OH groups on sulfur, OH, OH. What is the formula? H2, SO2. H2, SO2 was over. H2, SO2 was over. Actual formula is what? H2SO3. Actual formula H2SO3. Subtract this H2H2, SS, O3, O2. What remaining? Still we required one oxygen. Connect that oxygen with double bond like this. So this is sulfurous acid. The structure of sulfurous acid, see this. OH single bond, S single bond, OH and S double bond, O. S double bond, O. See this. First you should draw 2 OH groups. Later, if any oxygens are left, simply you should add oxygens, double bond oxygen, double bond oxygen. If more than 1 sulfur atoms are there, then you should distribute the oxygen between the sulfur atoms. Distribute the oxygens between the sulfur atoms. Let us consider this example. What is that example? H2S2O7. H2S2O7 is called as oleum. Already we know that H2S2O7 is called as oleum, or it is also called as peroxosulfuric acid, peroxodisulfuric acid, or it is also called as oleum, or it is also called as fuming sulfuric acid, And how many sulfur atoms are there? 2 sulfur atoms are there. Simply you draw 2 sulfur atoms like this. Drawing 2 sulfur atoms. Already we know how many OH groups? 2 OH groups. Each sulfur you distribute 1 OH group here, 1 OH group here. Over. After that, what will be the formula? H2SO2 was over. The formula is H2SO2. And what is the formula actually? H2S2O7. H2S2O7 here, H2S. What was over? H2S2O2 was over. H2S2O2. After completion of H2S2O2, then H2H2 cancel, H2S2 cancel. Still we required 5 oxygen atoms. 5 oxygen atoms means 1 oxygen connected to like this 1, 2, 3, 4. Then fifth one, where we should place? Fifth one takes place between 2 sulfur atoms like this. SOS bond. SOS bond takes place. SOS bond takes place in fuming sulfuric acid. Fuming sulfuric acid is also called as oleum, or it is also called as pyrosulfuric acid. Clear what I am saying? Observe this while drawing the structures. Simple, keep in your mind this point, that is 2 OH groups. If one sulfur atom is there, simple you should connect 2 OH groups on that sulfur. Remaining oxygens you should write double bond O, double bond O. If any sulfurs are left, double bond S you should write. If any sulfurs are left. Once again we will discuss the structures regarding this. So here 4 categories are there. One is sulfurous acid series, sulfurous acid, thiosulfurous acid, hyposulfurous acid is also called as dithionous acid, and pyrosulfurous acid. While going to the sulfuric acid series, sulfuric acid, thiosulfuric acid, pyrosulfuric acid. Pyrosulfuric acid is also called as oleum or fuming sulfuric acid. While coming to thionic acid series, thionic acid, polythionic acid. Dithionic, actually it is dithionic acid. Next one is polythionic acid. Dithionic acid, polythionic acid. And we are going to the last compound, last category, peroxous acid series. One is a Carous acid, peroxomonosulfuric acid. Second one is Marshall acid, peroxodisulfuric acid. Carous acid, Marshall acid. So here what I am saying regarding this, how to remember the structures. How to remember the structures means, because of an examination point of view, they should give only the name, not the formula. If the formula was given, it was easy. If a formula was not given, then it was very difficult. So, my dear students, with proper practice only, you will get the idea. You will get idea about this. So, practice more. So here, H2SO3, H2S2O2, H2S2O4, H2S2O5. What is it? Is sulfurous, thiosulfurous, hyposulfurous, pyrosulfurous. Let us consider thiosulfurous. What is thiosulfurous? H2S2O2. How many sulfur atoms are there? 2 sulfur atoms are there. Thio, what I am saying, it is thio. Thio means S bond S takes place. This is very, very important. How many oxygens? 2 oxygens. How many hydrogens? 2 hydrogens. Already we know that how many hydroxyl groups? 2 hydroxyl groups. Suppose if you should write like this, this is wrong. This is wrong. Thio means between sulfur versus sulfur, double bond takes place in this example, particular example. That's why you should practice this. S, OH, OH, double bond S, like this. This is called as thiosulfurous. Thiosulfurous acid. Make a note, my dear students. This is called as thiosulfurous. While going to the, suppose there was given H2S2O6 was given. H2S2O6 was given. Simply you should write SOH, SOH, double bond O, double bond O, double bond O, double bond O. 2 OH groups are distributed to 2 sulfur atoms, and here 4 oxygens arranged like this, and single between S versus S, which bond takes place? Single bond takes place. S versus S, single bond takes place. Thio, dithionic, polythionic. Polythionic means you should write like this. S double bond O, OH. Yes, double bond O, OH, like this. This is an example for polythionic acid. Or instead of that, you should erase all sulfurs and you should write one sulfur only, like this. And in this type of oxyacids, sulfur undergoes that oxidation number either +4 or +6. Remember this point, very, very important. Sulfur undergoes oxidation either +4 or +6 oxidation number. So here, break this sulfur oxygen -2, -2, +1. So it is +5. +5 oxidation number takes place in H2S2O6. So here individual it is. Individual we can calculate individual, and we can calculate whole oxidation number also. So here these are the, and one more point what I am saying, the middle, this sulfur is attached to this sulfur atom, So, like this type of arrangement where you found the oxidation number is 0. The central atoms which are connected to the same elements, the particular central atom undergoes the oxidation number is 0. Here sulfur undergoes 0 oxidation number. Sulfur undergoes 0 oxidation number. This point was very important, my dear students. Make a note. Clear? This point is very important because of same atoms are there, then it is 0. Sulfur, sulfur, sulfur. It is right side sulfur, left side sulfur. Sometimes suppose you will take like this arrangement. Oxygen, oxygen, but left side sulfur, right side sulfur. So these oxygen exhibit oxidation numbers. Clear? This oxidation exhibit oxidation. Suppose it was given like this. It was given like this means this oxygen 0, this oxygen also 0. So central atoms are same with respect to adjacent atoms. The central atom oxidation number is 0. The central atom oxidation number is 0. So here we have to calculate oxidation numbers +4, +6 and +5, and with respect to the formula only we have to draw the structure only. According to that only we have to find the oxidation state also. And one more example, suppose there was given like this H2S2O8, it is called as Marshall acid. Marshall acid, already we know that 2 OH groups, SOH. After writing 2 OH groups, only thio means only thio series S bond S takes place, only thio. The remaining all compounds doesn't have S bond S. So SOH. After writing SOH, we know that this is H2S2O2. H2S2O2, our formula H2S2O8. Then still we require 6 oxygen atoms. Oxygen 1, oxygen 2, oxygen 3, oxygen 4. 4 oxygens are over. Still we require 2 oxygens. That 2 oxygens can be arranged between 2 sulfur atoms with respect to the single bond like this. This bond is called as peroxy bond. In peroxy bond, oxidation number of oxygen is -1. In peroxy bond, oxidation number of oxygen is -1. So in this example, sulfur exhibit oxidation number is +6. Sulfur exhibit oxidation number is +6. Instead of oxygen, it is sulfur dithionic, polythionic acid. See this. If it was sulfur atoms, that is said to be polythionic acid. Remove one oxygen, then it is called as H2S2O7. Remove one oxygen is called as H2S2O7. Remove 2 oxygens, H2S2O6. Remove 2 oxygens, H2S2O6. Based on that, we have to practice the structures. Where you have to once you have to write the structure means simple it is. You should add simple OH, 2 OH groups like this. Suppose the formula was given H2SO5 given. H2SO5 means already H2SO2 over. Still we require 3 oxygens. 3 oxygens means 1, 2. 2 oxygens are over. Still we require 1 more oxygen. Where we should keep means here, like this. So this bond is also called as what bond? Peroxy bond. This is called as Caros acid. Caros acid, Marshall acid. So you have to practice that structure. So practice the structures only, you will get idea about that. In thionic acid series, S bond S takes place. Remaining all contains SOS or S double bond O, SOH like that. So these are the history regarding oxy acids of sulfur. All oxy acids undergoes sp3 hybridization. All oxy acids are sp3 hybridization and tetrahedral geometry. All oxy acids basicity is 2. Basicity 2 that informs to us 2 OH groups takes place. Simply you should draw 2 OH groups. The 2 OH groups are connected to sulfur. After connecting sulfur, you should write the formula. What the actual formula? Still what we required. The requirement can be expressed in the form of double bond oxygens. Requirement expressed in the form of double bond oxygens. So this will be the information regarding oxy acids of sulfur. So this is about 16th A group elements and followed by 17th A group elements. Halogen family is there, and after that one more last topic is noble gases also there. These 4 units are belongs to p block elements. So read well, practice the equations. More practice, then you will be able to solve different type of bits. So, read content and believe NCERT. Utilize the time to practice competitive bits and stay safe, stay with us, subscribe the channel. Good luck. Thank you.